On a night shrouded in thick fog, New York City's skyline was torn apart by a massive lightning strike. Suddenly, a colossal monster leapt from the sea, resembling a moving mountain as it charged toward the city. The creature, with its armored scales, glowing eyes, and blade-like tail, left destruction in its wake, cracking the ground and toppling buildings. Panic-stricken crowds screamed and scattered in all directions. Meanwhile, far from New York in the top-floor lab of Stark Tower, Tony Stark was fine-tuning his latest Iron Man suit. This new invention, the Iron God Car, was a super battle vehicle capable of flight, transformation, and armed with advanced weaponry. He was abruptly interrupted by JARVIS's urgent alert. "Sir, an unidentified creature is attacking New York City. The situation is critical." Tony immediately donned the Mark 85 armor, activated the Iron God Car, and flew at high speed toward New York. In the air, he called upon the other members of the Iron Man Alliance, including War Machine Rhodey, Rescue Pepper Potts, and Spider-Man, who wore his unique suit. They quickly converged to face the disaster together. The monster's destructive power was overwhelming. Its fiery breath could melt steel, and its roar shook the entire city. Tony first attempted to attack with the Iron God Car's missile system, but the missiles barely left a mark on the creature's tough scales, producing only faint sparks. "Its scales are too tough. Regular attacks are useless," Rhodey shouted. "Let's try something else," Tony replied. "JARVIS. Initiate the Iron Fusion Plan." The other Iron Man members immediately understood. They flew toward the Iron God Car, and their suits began transforming, connecting to the core module of the battle vehicle. The Mark 85 suit became the core. Pepper's rescue armor transformed into a shield. War Machine's heavy weaponry system became arm cannons, and Spider-Man's suit provided agility and web-like energy bindings. Together, they formed a towering Iron Man robot, standing as tall as the monster. Tony piloted the robot, while the others assisted remotely. They launched an all-out assault on the monster. Using the robot's high-energy pulse cannon, Tony targeted the creature's weak spot, the thinner scales on its abdomen. A blinding energy beam struck the target, causing the monster to emit a thunderous roar and stumble backward. Unwilling to yield, the monster swung its tail, toppling a building like a toy. The Iron Man robot intercepted the attack just in time, but the impact pushed the robot back several steps. "Hold steady one more time," Tony shouted. Pepper's voice came through the communication channel. "Tony, we're running low on energy. We need to finish this fast." An idea sparked in Tony's mind. He ordered the robot to enter its final form. The core transformed into an energy sword, while the rest of the armor provided full power support. They launched their ultimate attack, the energy sword piercing the monster's abdomen and releasing a dazzling explosion of light. The monster let out one last anguished cry before collapsing to the ground. The Iron Man robot, also drained of energy, slowly came to a halt and fell beside it. Tony emerged from the cockpit, letting out a sigh of relief. "Looks like we all have overtime repair work tonight." The city skyline returned to calm as dawn broke, casting its light on the fallen monster and the Iron Man robot. Although the city suffered significant damage, the survivors erupted into heartfelt applause for the heroes. Tony looked at the crowd, a faint smile on his face. Just another day at work. This battle not only showcased the strength of the Iron Man Alliance, but also reinforced the importance of teamwork. They resolved to upgrade the Iron God Car and the Fusion Plan to prepare for future threats. Deep in the ocean, however, A faint glimmer was slowly moving, hinting at an even greater menace brewing below.